So you hear me saying we're all doing life together because we all struggle as believers. Our issues are the same no matter what. You also hear me say armor up, we ride at dawn. That is referencing putting on the armor of God. That is in Ephesians 6. You hear me say that. You also hear me, because I've been on YouTube for over a year and a half and on Rumble for over 4 years, you also hear me call the seminary a cemetery. And I don't apologize for that. I won't. What preaching style do we see from every single TV evangelism show? It's all identical. It's that same preaching style. Nothing is different. I don't see really much life coming out of the seminaries. So when I call them cemeteries, I really mean that. And I'm not going to apologize for that. If you turn on any television program, even if you're watching it on your phone, however you watch it on any of your streaming services, if you turn on any of those programs, what are you going to see? It's the same style. It's the same style. It's music, it's background music when the preacher is speaking, it's whipping people up into a frenzy, into a lather regarding what they think, playing on their emotions. It's Christianity light for the most part in regarding scriptures, etc. So until I see something different, I will continue to call the seminaries a seminary, and I'm not going to apologize for that. I won't. I'm also not going to apologize for calling denominations demonations. I won't. It's almost the same word if you think about it. If you just flip a couple of the letters. I won't apologize for that either, because that's not the way it was in the Bible. Jesus didn't go into the Methodist church in Smyrna and then he went over to the Lutheran church or the Baptist church of Jerusalem. It wasn't like that. It was one church in a city. That is the way it was. So, having grown up Lutheran, then went to a Baptist, then an AG, and now I'm in a non-denominational home church, which is the more of the example of what we saw in the scriptures. I'm not going to apologize, and I will continue to call the seminary a cemetery and denominations demonations. I will continue to do that. And if some people don't like that, that's okay. You are free to not agree with me. But I don't see anything good virtually coming out of the seminaries, because it's all the same. It's all the same. It's that same preaching style, and let's evangelize. Let's spend all the money that we have building this church. Let's buy a fancy pipe organ. Let's buy a nice crystal chandelier to go in the foyer. I mean, we're not really going to feed the homeless, but we're going to stand up here and have this church service that's music and sort of Christianity light. It's all the same. So until things change, those will be the words that I will use, and I don't apologize for that. When we look in the scriptures, look in Revelation, right? At the beginning of Rev 2, what does it say? The church of Ephesus. It doesn't say the Methodist church of Ephesus. I don't mean to pick on the Methodists. It doesn't say the Catholic church. It doesn't say the first Reformed. It doesn't say any of that. It's the church of Ephesus. It was a church in a community. It goes on in verse 12 of Rev 2, the church in Pergamos. Verse 18, the church of Thyatira. Rev 3, the church in Sardis. It was one church in a community. And until we get that, I will continue to call denominations demonations. And I will continue to call the seminaries the cemeteries. I've been doing it for over 4 years since I've been on Rumble, and the year and a half that I've been on YouTube, and I don't make any apologies for that. Armor up, we ride at dawn. May God bless you as always. Have a great day.